webinar, I will share the basic information about Taiwan. Many of you might not know that basic information about Taiwan, and this from today, that I hope you get some basic picture. But I will share second. I will give you the information. What is the admission requirement of the school, and what is the application timeline? And make sure that you know that there are 2 semesters. One is fall and one is February. So even you miss one day, sometimes you might miss 1 year, because that some of the scholarship or some of the subject, they only open in fall. They don't open in February, by the way. Okay. So in the fall, I'm going to give you some scholarship information. So this Vino, not Vino. What is the first girls? What is the name? In UK. No, it's not.
Shantan Lakshmi.
So just pay attention on this, that how, the scholarship. Okay. Yes. Next. So Taiwan's area is about 30 lakh square meter. It's about same size of Maharashtra. So Taiwan is about 36 lakh square meter. It's about same size of Maharashtra, a little bit more than that, but you can get that sense. It's not a big country. The population is about 23 million. Again, Mumbai officially, he said they have about 20 million, but I think officially they are more than 20 million. So it's about same size with Mumbai, yeah, the population. And our official language is Mandarin, which is the most spoken language now in the whole world, and it's the most spoken language in the Asia in terms of business. Yeah. Capital is Taipei. Can you guys see where my the mouse is moving? In the top, Taipei, in the north. Yeah, that is a Taipei. Yes. And the main industry city is Hsinchu. Is in the west coast side, in the second north city, where now you just see the Tsinghua University is from here, and this is the hub of the semiconductor industry located. And in terms of GDP per capita, for based on the purchasing power, Taiwan is $57,000 US. Germany is $55,000 US. So Taiwan even is small, but it's very prosperity country. And for all the girls that you should know, Taiwan is one of the safest country for you to study. Yes. So our subway actually operate till 1 a.m. So you don't need to worry. Even you a girl, you can go out anytime. If you need to study in your lab till 2 p.m. There's no worry that someone will harass you. So that is the Taiwan is very safe, especially in South. Yeah. Now, why Taiwan? This I really want you guys to know. Most of the people might know we have the high quality education. Yeah. So show this chart. This is the 2000 QS ranking. Mumbai, you see the IIT Mumbai is 152. Yes. Taiwan, the number 1 is National Taiwan University. It's a 69. Actually, you can do the screenshot at this page, and then you can go. Later you can do the search in the QS ranking. So what I want to tell you is that many of you might not be able to get into IIT, but if you try hard, and if you are, that the professor is accepting you, you can study in the place better than IIT. Yeah. The second reason is that most of you will ask, oh my God, I don't speak Mandarin. How can I go to Taiwan, because it's not America, it's not UK. Is that okay? Yes. The answer is yes. The courses are taught in English in the master degree and the PhD, but not, okay, remember, not in bachelor degree. There are few universities, they do teach, you can complete your education in bachelor degree in English, but the choices is very limited. Yeah. So still that for bachelor degree, I would suggest most of the students should take 1 year of the Mandarin courses and then get into Taiwan for a bachelor degree. The third reason why you should go to Taiwan is that our tuition fee is about 3 lakh a year, which actually is a much cheaper. Can be as cheap as private university in Mumbai itself. So if you can get the same fee that you are paying overseas, why you stay in India? I really don't understand most of the people's choice. Okay. Now, fourth, a lot of scholarships and no liability. What does this mean, no liability? Some of the in some country they give you scholarship and they request you to study or work in particular. You have to work there, or you have to stay there for 4 years, kind of things. But in Taiwan, all of the scholarship, there's no liability. So if you study, you want to go, you go. If you want to stay, you stay. So that is how it works. Taiwan government and Taiwan University really welcome Indian students because they see India as a big market. So they want to expand their foothold in India. So that's why they actually kind of friendly with Indian students. Later, when I come to this scholarship, then I will tell you more in detail. Fifth is the best place to learn Mandarin. So still people can speak some English, but most of the people are not fluent. So if you are in that environment, automatically your Mandarin will be improved. And if you want, like the sixth, the good job opportunity, if you want to get a job in Taiwan, I would strongly suggest when you are there, you should put effort and learn Mandarin, which not only that it's easy for you to survive there, but for your future, actually you will benefit a lot. Like I say that, especially for the commerce student, even for the engineering or science students, if you are, the reason Vinod Kumar that he can get this position in Kaohsiung Medical School, the people who interviewed him told me that because Vinod can speak much better Mandarin than all of the candidates. That's why he got the position. Just make sure that you, not only you need to excellent on what you are doing, like your specialization on your, for example, the chemistry or any other subject, but make sure that you have something for the, employer to say, oh, Vinod is better than in Chinese. So give them some reason to hire you. This is very common when we are as a headhunter. So I told you I was a headhunter for 12 years. So when you are in one position, we are getting, say, 20 candidates, qualified candidates, and then we nail down to 10, which are the all similar experience. And then we nail down into 5 people are from good university or some other activity. And then 3, nail down to 3, still is very difficult for most of the hiring managers to say, hello?
Hello?
Sakarika, you can hear me?
Yes, Lee.
Okay, that's some voice, huh? So
Yeah.
okay, so it's very difficult for the hiring manager to see who to hire. So make sure that you yourself, you can say if in the future that you need, there's a job in one company and you have the master degree and that person had master degree. You have the master degree in Taiwan, they have the master degree in say in UK. But make sure that there are more candidates who have the master degree in UK than the candidate who have master in Taiwan, because there are more students go to UK and US, and it's easier. So if you're from US in Taiwan, people ask you, they look at your resume. Oh, you went to Taiwan. That immediately they will be interested in your resume. They'll ask, why you go to Taiwan? Then 5 minutes of storytelling that starts. Then they give you the opportunity, at least to impress the interviewer. So make sure that you need something spice when you come to interview to get a job. Sorry, then. Okay, next. Right, with this gone. Admission timeline. So like I said, there are 2 admission time intake. One is in September and one is in February. So this one is in September. People, some students ask why I always use a KMU, the Kaohsiung Medical School. Just for your information, they are not paying me even 1 rupee of the commission. For your information, if anybody, any agent come and tell your consultant and tell you that I had a tie up with this university in Taiwan, please don't believe in them, because in Taiwan, if any university pay any agent fee to anyone, that is an illegal action. So just make sure that you know that like none of the people would get any commission from any university. So in KMU, because I'm from Kaohsiung myself, and whenever I have any requests or questions, compared with any other university, that Sodio always willing to give me extra information to my questions. So I really find they are very kind. So that's why I use them. And the other reason is Vino, is an Indian, and then he got the good position in KMU. That's the reason I use them as a sample. But I did not get any commission from them. Okay. This admission timeline is almost again, it's almost the same with any other university, because that all the Taiwan university are getting subsidized from the government. So their timeline for private university, their application time will be longer. However, I mean, it's not vary that much. Okay. Now, for September, for example, so what you need to do, their application is from November to next year's April, and you will get the result, the final result in the May. Yeah. Here we have mentioned the early complete application. So if you put all your paper, submit all the paper completely in the middle of January, then you will get the interview in the middle of February. And then you will get your confirmation of your admission in end of February, like almost 2-3 months earlier than other people. So what is better? If you are serious thinking of going to Taiwan, I would really strongly to suggest you guys to apply earlier, because once they get the admission, for example, I know, for example, KMU, every year they take 10 PhD students. So once they say, okay, we want 5 in September and 5 in February. So if you apply earlier, you can secure your seats earlier, right? So that is one thing, that always try to apply your application early than later. Yeah. So if you go through the normal, like you apply in the April, and then you will only get the result in the first week of May. Yeah. And you can only apply the visa only 1 month before the school start, means August. Okay, the first week of the August, you should apply your visa. You ask me why not earlier? The thing is that Taiwan embassy, they will not give you a visa earlier. They will not allow you to apply earlier, because they will only give you the visa like 10 days before the school started. Yeah. So you will generally, I will ask the student to go to Taiwan like 4 days to 1 week before the school starts. Yeah. And the visa application, actually in the website, it says it's only 1 day. However, for different reason, actually verification takes some time. So I would suggest, if you want to apply for the visa, give 10 days to prepare. Sometimes, back and forth might lose your time. Okay. Now, admission for February is from July, from the next month to the October. Yeah, and then you will get your confirmation in the middle of November. So that's from next month, July 15, you can start apply for February. One thing I want you guys to be aware, to be careful is February, not all of the courses have opened their admission in February. In September, all of the courses they open, but sometime in February, some courses they don't take any new students, so you have to be careful for that. Yeah. Again, for February, the school will start in the second week of February, and then you get your admission confirmation in November, and you apply the visa only in January and arrive Taiwan in end of January. Anyway, when you come to that day, you will know. Admission requirement. This is a sample that I use as a KMU. But generally, this is most of the schools are same. Okay. So first you need to fill their application form, which is online one. And you need 2 recommendation letter from your current school, or if you are already in job, the previous school. Yes. The third one is you need to have the high degree transcript and the highest degree of certificate. So all the certificate, if you are the current students, you are not able to provide like your graduation certificate. What you can do is that you can ask your school to give you so far all of your script to them, and then your school can provide a letter and say that from when to when you are studying in this school, and you are going to get your certificate in July. So then the school, actually, once you get into Taiwan, then you can provide your certificate within 6 months. So if you are a student and you are not in the application time, that you are not able to provide your graduation certificate, it's okay. But you need to provide it within 6 months of your graduation. Yeah, that's how it works. And yes, and you need to have the passport. So many of you guys might not have the passport, so you need to make a passport. They manage, even for the visa guy, they manage all the students by your passport number. Okay, so you need to have the passport, 2 photos, and study plan. Make sure that you write a good study plan. That is the only, that is one of the reasons you will get admission. So if you are not able to get the admission, mainly, 2 reasons. One is that your score is not high enough, not good enough. So if you guys are in the school now, just make sure to do your best to get a good score. That is, at least that is what you can do for your own future. Yeah. I know all the kids when you like to play, but now since you are in this webinar, I want to know in this point of time, what you can do is that you study hard and get a good grade to be able to lighten your parents or your own financial burden. And if you have a good grade, there's a higher chance that you can get the scholarship as well, huh? And then get admission, of course. Number 8, you need the bank balance statement. I think people ask me how much you should at least to have the bank balance. I think at least 3 lakh. Okay, 3 lakh. I think they require the recent 3 months of the bank statement that you need to require. This statement not only for the school, when you are going to do visa application, you need this bank statement as well. Yeah. And the last one is the potential advisor agreement form. If you want to get admission in any university, you just make sure that you need to have get a consensus from that university, one of the professor, and say, okay, yes, I want to take Vino as a into my lab, or my R&D lab. Then then you have the better chance to get the admission from that university. So this is very important. Find a professor who want to take you to work with him. Scholarship. So there are 2 kind of big category. One is government one, and the other one is the university one. So the government one, you have to remember the application time is the 1st of February till the 31st of March, which means it just finished. And they announced in the 1st of July. Generally, they give about 120 Indian students. I'm talking about Indian students. They give about 120 Indian student scholarship. But every year they have about 350 to 400 people apply. So that means you only have, what is the chance? 25% of the chance to get a scholarship. Yeah. But let me tell you what they give. They give tuition support, which is 2 lakhs a year. Yeah. And they give living allowance is 6 lakhs a year. So in total, you will get 8 lakhs rupees. Yeah. For postgraduate, for master degree, you will get 2 years. And for PhD, you will get 4 years. You have to be careful if you are studying PhD more than 5 years, that the 5th year, start from 5th year, you have to pay from your own pocket. So I would suggest you, if you are going to Taiwan for the PhD, make sure that you produce, again, listen carefully, produce a good paper within 2 years. Then for sure you can graduate in 4 years. So the first 2 years is very crucial for you. Don't miss it. Yeah, to try very hard to get into the publish the good paper. Yeah, and what's the requirement? Again, the application form, the highest degree transcript, and the recommendation letter. You need the graduation certificate, study plan again, and other support certificate, such as if you have learned Mandarin and you have you have passed this XYZ level, you can show that, or you need to have TOEFL score, which always help. Let me tell you how you can get this scholarship. The trick of this is, first, you need to have good score. Second, you need to have good study plan. Third, I would suggest that you need to have more support certificate, like you have studied Chinese, you have good TOEFL score, then you have higher chance to get the scholarship. Even whatever you have done, and if you're not able to get a scholarship, please, this is not the end of the world, and don't let this to affect you. Like if you really want to go to Taiwan to study, because study in Taiwan is really the first year. Vino Kumar, that in this KMU, I asked him, the first year when you go to Taiwan, how much money you bring? So far, he has been in Taiwan 10 years. I asked him that how much money you bring with you. He said 1 lakh rupees only. And he till today, he's not getting more money from India. He is, send money back supporting his family now. Right? And Vino actually got the government scholarship, but he gave it up. Okay, he gave up and then he go to the university scholarship, because the government scholarship, like I say, is fixed, and sometimes they might not allow you to work. Yes, I mean, you can only work as a TA, but you might not be able to work outside, right? But the university scholarship sometimes can be better than the government scholarship, because sometimes that the professor have more budget in their project, so they can give you more stipend, and they are more flexible. That's why that Vino choose the university's scholarship. Yeah. For school scholarship, in the case of KMU, there are three scholarship. Everybody, you can stay free in their dormitory. Yeah. If you get basic, partial, and full. If you get full scholarship, that your tuition fee will be waived, and every month you will get 37,000 rupees of stipend, which that is about, like, just right now, this Prakash say that the scholarship he's getting in India too. Yeah. And how to apply for that? Again, later you can look at the detail on this. Again, your score in your school, academic score, and the business plan, and then the TOEFL score, if you have, or any other support document, which can make you stand out, then you will get a scholarship. For some reason, if a lot of people apply for the scholarship and you are not able to get a scholarship, is that the end of the world? No. Okay, no. Yeah. So you can do part-time job in Taiwan, that you are allowed, that the school, you can ask the school to issue you a part-time job certificate. So you are allowed to work 22 hours a week in the normal school day, and 40 hours a week in the summer. Now, what kind of job that you can do? Right now, with I list three, English teacher, that you can get 1,250 to 2,500 rupees per hour. This is the best if you can. So make sure that you have the good English. People think that you are good. And then, the English teacher job actually is much better than most of the others. You look at it per month, you can get 1 lakh to 2 lakh already, if you are only teaching as a English teacher. And actually, you don't need a scholarship. You can live comfortably just with this part-time job, even without scholarship. Okay. See, some of them, if your English is not good, and then you can go to do as a packaging labor. I know many of the, 2-3 of the students from Nasik, they just do the packaging. They get 375 per hour, even though they will get 33,000 rupees every month, which actually is enough to support their the living cost. Later, I will tell you actually how cheap the Taiwan is. Yeah, and teaching assistant is the same money, the same pay with the packaging labor. So what I want to tell you is that even you are not able to get a scholarship, you still be able to complete your degree with your own hand. You really don't need to depend on your parent if you are in Taiwan. Because, for example, the rent, the dormitory, some of the dormitory, like the dormitory fee is about 30,000 rupees for 6 months. 30,000 rupees for 6 months. That means, how much? 30,000 for 6 months, 5,000 rupees per month. Right? So it's not a lot. It's not a lot at all. Actually cheaper than India. You will ask me, what is the cost in Taiwan? You can look at the egg is 150, and you go to see the right up is a bread. It's like, 8 slices of bread. This bread is very delicious, by the way. It's 90 rupees, and the milk is 200 rupees. So you can see this raw material actually is about double price of what we pay in Mumbai. But you look at the McDonald, the McDonald in this on the right hand side, this is a 2-person, it's 750 rupees. It's about same size, same cost that you pay in India, in Mumbai now. But none, actually 75 per slice. This is the same. Like right now in Mumbai, if we ask people to deliver to our house, this is 75 rupees, same. But you see sushi in the middle and the noodle, how cheap it is. This sushi actually is the top quality sushi, and then it's only 750. For your information, if you want to eat this in the Western hotel in this quality, you need to pay 3,000 rupees. So if in the future you come to Mumbai and you want to take me out for dinner or lunch, only Japanese food, okay? Here what I want to show you is that in Taiwan, eating out is very cheap, very, very cheap. Sometimes cheaper than you make your own food. Okay, Taiwan generally that we have the habit of breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We all eat out because we don't have not many people have the servant at house, so we generally eat out in Taiwan. Yeah.
If you want to know more about study in Taiwan or information about Taiwan, so please like, subscribe, and click the bell icon to get new video updates.